Hey, this is Jack from Magisterial, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about how college basketball coaches can use our software to aid in their scouting workflows. So one of the best ways to start a scouting session in Magisterial is to have a set of questions that you would like the agent to answer up front about a certain team. So for example, I've pasted in the prompt here that says answer the following questions about St. Olaf from 2025-2026, asking what was their record when winning versus losing at halftime, the distribution of points they scored in the first half versus the second half, and the record against teams above 500 versus below 500 at the time of the game. So I'll click enter, and then the agent will begin to think through these questions and give me the responses. So now that the agent has completed its research, we can scroll down, and as you can see, it'll give you the output and answer to each one of these questions. And again, each of these questions for a human may take, between 5 to 15 minutes, whereas our agent can answer them all in about a minute or two. And so again, it was the record versus leading and trailing at halftime, the point distribution in the first versus the second half, as well as the record versus teams above or below 500. And so again, these were three questions that we came up with and wanted the agent to answer on its own. But another great way to use the agent for scouting is if I paste in this next prompt, I'm going to give it a bit more freedom where I'm just going to ask it to look for any interesting statistical trends that predicted wins versus losses for this team. So again, I gave it a little bit of guidance, points scored, points given up, 3-point percentage, and how that correlated to winning and losing. We'll enter that again, and within the same chat, it'll begin to answer kind of this next set of questions. But in this case, we gave it a bit more freedom so it can explore a bit more and potentially find a trend that maybe we wouldn't have even thought about looking for in the first place. Okay, so the agent's done researching again. And as we can see, it looked at all these different stat categories and looked at what the averages were when they won versus lost games, and then the difference between them. Looks like it found some typical predictors of winning, so rebounding, opponent field goal percentage, as well as turnovers, some other significant trends, and then also looks like it even found this certain combo that when opponents shot 50% or more from field goal, and they grabbed less than 35 rebounds, losses were almost certain. And so now that we have all these kind of team statistics and team trends identified, just to show you can also ask questions about players. So for example, I'll scroll down and I could just say something as basic as show me a predicted starting five / best starting five using lineups from the past few games. And so once this has completed, again, we'll scroll down. We can view the starting lineup that it predicted. We can even click on the players, open them up and view other information about the players, and scroll down further and also analyze some of the strengths and weaknesses of this lineup. And so once this is complete, we can say create a concise scouting report of all the information we compiled and put it into a document. And now as we can see, it's compiled all that information that we were just researching and put it into one document that we can scroll through and look at. We can also edit it, and then if I click on this Google Docs button right here, it will export it right into a nice Google document that we can then edit and share with the rest of your team and staff. So thank you for watching this demo. If you have any questions or be interested in using this product for next season, please reach out via the contact information below or check us out on social media at Try Magisterial. Thank you.